Once again, I've been asked to do an overrated and underrated section of World of Warcraft. Today, I've chosen versions of Warcraft. Now, before I start, just remember, some of you are not going to agree, and I'm going to get flamed in the comments. This is what I think of the versions of Warcraft, whether they were overrated or underrated. Let's start. Classic Warcraft, properly rated. It was the first of its kind coming out as far as the love people had for MMOs. There were some other games before, but Warcraft smashed them all. So properly rated. Next up, the Burning Crusade was realistically, in my interpretation, overrated. Let me tell you why before you flame me. It's because you still had all the social issues from Classic coming over to TBC, the gatekeeping on getting into dungeons and raids and that kind of stuff. But it did add flight, which had never been seen before in an MMO, which caused people and players to say, oh, it's way up here. But it really wasn't. Next up, Wrath of the Lich King, properly rated. It was a great expansion. It was the height of Warcraft at the time, properly rated. Cataclysm, properly rated. It wasn't overly awesome. You only had 5 levels to get to max level. There were some raids and some dungeons. It was okay. Next up, Mists of Pandaria, underrated. And because it was so underrated, people are very excited about Mists of Pandaria Classic coming soon. It introduced a lot of things, new class. Everyone loved the monk. You still see people playing monk these days. Not Pandarans, really, but I think it was an underrated. Next up, Warlords of Draenor. And I think Warlords of Draenor is teetering on underrated. And that's because it was very alt-friendly and very friendly to the player in regards to making gold. You could make gold and do all things with your alts all the time. It kind of took away from people being in the cities and stuff because of garrisons, but I was okay with that. Next up, Legion. Here's where it gets more sticky. Legion, in my opinion, is overrated, and let me tell you why. They did some great things in Legion, right? The Mage Tower and all this other stuff, but what people are forgetting was that the legendary system, when it came out the first several weeks, was horrible. It was all RNG based. If you didn't get your best in slot legendary item, you got sat for raids, you couldn't get into groups. It was horrible. And people were just happy to play Legion because we had spent a year in Siege of Orgrimmar already. So again, a little overhyped there. Next up, BFA, properly rated, island hopping campaign. We're at sea, we're on ships, we're fighting the Sethrak and finding Vulperians and all that stuff. It's fine. Next up, Shadowlands. Shadowlands, not very good. Properly rated. Torghast was horrible. We all agree on that. Let's move on. Dragonflight. Dragonflight, I think, was properly rated. Blizzard did say that Dragonflight was the start of changes coming to Warcraft in the future. It was an okay expansion, but again, like I said, it wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was just properly rated. The War Within. Right now, currently, we're in the War Within, and I think the War Within is properly rated. The Delve system helped bring casuality and that kind of play style back into Warcraft. You can hear your alts and stuff like that. Right now, properly rated. Let me know in the comments where you think I went wrong.